Analysts are dropping their alerts. Whales are moving silently. But what am I even talking about? Well, let me explain. The market is screaming sell as Shiba Inu tests a critical range low. Massive outflows are hitting exchanges, signaling a potential capitulation event. Is this the final shakeout before a major rally, or is the market about to collapse? We break down the on-chain data and technical evidence you need to know right now. Welcome to Dr. Crypto, your daily serving of Shiba. This is the spot for you if you're curious about anything related to Shiba. If you want to keep informed about all the latest news forecasts and stay ahead of the crypto industry, subscribe. To get more Shib news, be sure to click the like button. Please note that by the time you see this video, some rates may have changed. Financial advice is not included in this video. According to reports from Shiba Inu is once again facing immense selling pressure as it tests the lower boundaries of its current trading range. This context is crucial because the token has spent the majority of 2025 in a state of consolidation, with the price failing to break above key resistance levels. Analysts note that the current test of the range low is not an isolated event, but the culmination of a year characterized by bearish momentum. As per on-chain data, the token has been unable to escape a descending channel, a classic technical pattern that suggests sellers are firmly in control. Sources suggest that the broader market sentiment, still reeling from the Bitcoin downturn, is exacerbating Shiba Inu's internal weakness. Community trackers show that while the token has managed to hold above its all-time low, the repeated tests of critical support are draining the confidence of retail investors and setting the stage for a potentially massive move in either direction. The current situation is a high-stakes game where the next few days will determine if Shiba Inu can defend its long-term structure. The most significant development driving today's narrative is the massive outflow of Shiba Inu tokens from centralized exchanges. According to reports from a staggering 125 billion Shiba Inu tokens vanished from exchanges just a few days ago. While an outflow of this magnitude is typically seen as a bullish sign, suggesting accumulation by whales who move tokens to cold storage, the price reaction has been anything but positive. Analysts note that the spot flows have remained overwhelmingly negative, indicating that the overall market is still dominated by selling. This contradiction is the core of the current market mystery. As per on-chain data, the net exchange flow continues to show more tokens moving onto exchanges than off, a clear signal that supply is increasing and selling pressure is mounting. Sources suggest that the initial massive outflow may have been a single, large-scale transaction that was quickly overshadowed by a cascade of smaller, but persistent, retail and mid-sized whale selling. This event update confirms that despite a potential bullish signal from a large wallet, the collective market action is still screaming, sell, pushing the price closer to a critical capitulation point. Market data from shows that Shiba Inu is currently trading at approximately 718 units. This price point is perilously close to the token's established range low, a level that has provided support multiple times in the past. The price action is characterized by a series of lower highs and lower lows, confirming the descending channel pattern. Analysts note that the token's inability to stage a meaningful recovery, even after the massive outflow event, is a clear indication of market weakness. Currently, Shiba Inu maintains a market cap of over $4.2 billion, with a 24-hour trading volume hovering around $210 million. The volume is not high enough to suggest a major reversal, but it is sufficient to sustain the current downward momentum. As per on-chain data, the price is now testing the psychological support at 700 units. If this level fails to hold, the next major technical support is at 678 units, a level that, if broken, could trigger a significant wave of panic selling. The market reaction is one of fear and uncertainty, with many investors choosing to exit their positions rather than risk a deeper decline, further fueling the negative spot flows. Technical evidence provided by analysts highlights the severity of the current situation. The token has registered multiple oversold bottoms on the Relative Strength Index, RSI, without a corresponding price bounce, a phenomenon that suggests deep-seated price troubles. Furthermore, the on-chain net flow data is the most damning evidence of the massive outflow being a net negative for the price. Community trackers show that the exchange net flow has dropped by approximately 11%, but the overall trend remains negative, meaning more tokens are being deposited than withdrawn. This indicates that the supply available for selling on exchanges is constantly being replenished. As per on-chain data, the number of active addresses has also seen a noticeable decline, signaling that retail interest is waning as the price continues to struggle. Analysts note that the combination of negative spot flows, a descending channel, and multiple failed oversold bounces paints a clear picture. The market structure is fundamentally weak, and the path of least resistance is to the downside until a major shift in on-chain accumulation occurs. Expert commentary from market analysts suggests that the implications of the massive outflow and negative spot flows are a clear sign of a market in distress. According to reports, the failure of the price to react positively to the 125 billion token outflow suggests that the market is prioritizing short-term selling pressure over long-term whale accumulation. Analysts note that the current situation implies that the market's liquidity is being tested, with the consistent selling pressure absorbing any attempts by bulls to establish a floor. The phrase, "the market is screaming sell," is a reflection of the overwhelming technical and on-chain signals pointing to further decline. Sources suggest that the massive outflow may have been a strategic move by a single entity to reposition their holdings, but the subsequent retail selling has nullified any potential bullish impact. The implication for Shiba Inu is that it is currently a supply-heavy asset, where the available tokens on exchanges are constantly pushing the price lower, making a sustained rally nearly impossible without a significant coordinated buying effort. Despite the dire market conditions, the Shiba Inu community, often referred to as the Shib Army, is showing signs of both resilience and fatigue. According to social media trackers, the community is actively debating the meaning of the massive outflows, with some interpreting it as a sign of imminent whale-led price manipulation, while others view it as a precursor to a major sell-off. Analysts note that developer hints from the Shiba Inu team have continued to focus on the long-term utility of the Shibarium network, attempting to shift the narrative away from the volatile price action. However, community forums show a growing frustration with the lack of a clear, positive catalyst to counteract the persistent selling. Sources suggest that the community is divided between those who are diamond-handing their positions and those who are capitulating, leading to the erratic and negative spot flows. Developers have urged the community to focus on the ecosystem's growth, but the immediate focus for most participants remains the defense of the critical range low at 700 units. Looking ahead, the short-term forecast for Shiba Inu is highly dependent on the defense of the current range low. Over the next week to 1 month, analysts note that the primary level to watch is the 700-unit psychological support. If the price breaks below this level, a rapid descent to the critical technical support at 678 units is highly probable. In the long term, spanning the next 3 months to 3 years, the outlook is grim unless the spot flows reverse. According to reports, a sustained period of positive net flow, where more tokens leave exchanges than enter, is necessary to absorb the current selling pressure and establish a new accumulation phase. What to watch specifically is the behavior of the large wallets that initiated the 125 billion token outflow. As per on-chain data, if these whales begin to reaccumulate, or if a new, even larger outflow occurs, it could signal the end of the current downtrend. Until then, the market remains in a state of extreme caution, with the potential for a significant price drop outweighing the possibility of a near-term rally. In the interest of journalistic neutrality, it is essential to weigh the risks against the few remaining bullish signals. The primary red flag is the combination of negative spot flows and the persistent test of the range low, which strongly suggests that the market is heading for a capitulation event. Furthermore, the token's inability to react positively to the massive outflow is a clear sign that the selling pressure is overwhelming. Analysts note that the risk of a sharp decline below 678 units is a very real possibility. On the other hand, a neutral insight suggests that the very fact that Shiba Inu is trading at multiple oversold bottoms means that a relief rally is technically overdue. The 125 billion token outflow while not immediately impacting the price, does remove a significant amount of supply from the exchanges, which could act as a delayed catalyst. However, investors should be aware that the market is currently screaming sell, and caution is paramount. The defense of the 678 unit support is the final line of defense before Shiba Inu enters a new, potentially devastating price discovery phase to the downside. The charts do not lie, and right now, they are telling a story of fear. The massive outflow has failed to ignite a rally, and the range low is under siege. Will the bulls find their footing, or is there more pain to come? Only time will tell. Stay tuned as we continue to track every move. The day is over now. Remember to give it a big thumbs up. To see our most recent material, share it, and subscribe to the channel.